Good morning. Welcome to the Sunday parade with myself, James, obviously. If you don't know me and new to the channel, welcome aboard. It's the 27th of September. First of all, apologies for last week. I took a week off. Had a few bits and pieces I wanted to do in the ops room to make it a little bit more user-friendly. And made the big decision that the stash had to be slashed. Yes, no, not for any other reasons other than the fact that, as you can see above my head here, there's lots of models and stuff. There's numerous more up in the loft, and I felt it was time to let go some of the items I got a long time ago when I just bought everything and anything I possibly could because it was at the right money. So a little bit fortunate in that respect. So I'm not doing advertising at all. I am selling some kits and bits and pieces, but they're on the selling sites. So have a look at them, and if you're interested, give me a PM. But anyway, got a few more kits to go up yet. A few more moments of toying with what I shall and shan't be building in the future. Going to be a little bit more focused in the future, which will obviously help me, but also help the channel as well, because there's a few things I'm hoping that come off that that I may or may not have in the stash yet. But yeah, so that's the thing anyway. So yeah, apologies for that. Obviously the old head was in a bit of a rocky place as well, so I did need to step away for 5 minutes. But anyway, enough of all that rubbish. So how's your Sunday? How have you been? Obviously, with the imminent possibilities of another lockdown and all that malarkey, I hope you're all safe. I hope you're wearing your masks and washing your hands and doing everything you possibly can not to catch anything. So yeah. So what are we going to be doing this week? Well, as you can see, the diorama is behind me. If we have time, we will do a little bit more to it because obviously last time we did the water effect using the Galleria structural gel to give some ripples effects, etc., which I'll show you that in a little bit because it's obviously now dried. And we may try and do a little bit of the wash, if you like, of where the propellers are moving in the water, etc. But we'll come to that in a bit. There's quite a few things in which I need to go through in relation to the mess, obviously. The model officers mess on the Facebook group, which this channel was originally put up for, or the two, they started all the same time, so they're meant to link together, so we will go through that as well. There's some possibilities of future builds that I'd like to discuss with you. We obviously, yesterday was our final day for our air warfare group build that we did, which was over the 3 months. Can't believe it's gone past so quickly, but yeah, there we go. We've closed that one down yesterday. So if you haven't put your 3 final pictures in the reveal album, you've got approximately 5 to 10 minutes to do so, because we will be going through that. But what we'll do is we will talk about what's coming next. So obviously this year, in the Model Officers Mess Facebook page, we chose to do 5 group builds. We've still got the diorama group build going on. So if you're building that, you've got 3 months, I think, left to do that. Just under. And obviously on next Saturday or Friday, can't remember which, I'll look in a second. I think it's Friday. No, it's the Saturday the 3rd. That's right. Yes, 3rd of October, we start our last group build for the year, which is all about sea warfare. How do you take part, you say? Very easy. Anything that's linked to sea warfare. So doesn't matter whether it flies, floats, or whatever. Anything to do with linked to sea warfare is in the mix. Any scale, anything you want to do. You want to make a diorama, go full hog, whatever. That's great. It's up to you. As all the builds have been this year, it's been very much down to what you want to do. So that starts on Saturday, and that will run for approximately 3 months. We'll confirm the dates in a minute when we head over to the Facebook page. So yeah, please get involved with that. Before we rattle on with the other bits and pieces, let's go over to the chat and see who's with us today, shall we? So first in is Lewis, model making trucker, saying hi all. Hi Lewis, hope you're well. Conroe Junction saying hi all. Good morning, hope you're well. Malcolm, hello crafts people. I really got to learn how to do Malcolm's voice. Don't know. Anyway, it'd just be funny to do it with it. But yeah, so hi to Malcolm. Obviously, before this was the Models for Heroes, Modeller's Mess, live on their YouTube channel, breakfast show. And as Malcolm just says there, broke a record today, had 14 people watching, so that's fantastic. Obviously, Malcolm, the Models for Heroes charity in which he runs, is there for veterans and service personnel who use model making as a therapy. Well worth the cause, well worthy cause, sorry. And the stuff that we do really does help people. So, and it's a great community there as well. So if you're not a member of that, head over to their Facebook group, the Model for Heroes Modeling Mess. If you don't want to do that, but you want to give some support, head over to their page, which is modelsforheroes.org. You can donate some money, you can donate some kits, buy some merchandising, or any of those great stuff. So head over there and make sure you support Malcolm. I will come back to that in a moment because there is something happening in a few weeks' time in which you should be aware of and definitely don't miss. We'll come back to that. We've got Steph, Budget Modeler, saying good morning, Shagsters. Quano Man saying hi all. Morning to you both. Sorry, that was rude of me, wasn't it? We have... it just jumped. We love it when that jumps. We've got Mark Ewan saying, morning, you lovely people. Morning, Mark. Hope you're well. And then we've got Ross Medlock saying, good morning. Good morning, Ross. Hope you're well. So currently there's 11 people watching. I apologise also, something I just suddenly thought of. I didn't put the link up until this morning, which is unlike me. Forgot to do it. It's amazing what you take a week off, you forget what you're meant to do. Crazy. But yes, so hopefully that number will increase and we get a few more people in. That'd be lovely. But thank you for taking the time to be with us, those that are here already. So let's start, shall we, by going over to our Facebook page. So there we go. We are on our Facebook page there. This is the Models for Heroes. Models for Heroes. I've been with them this morning, so I'm all muddled and yubbly. Model Officers Mess Facebook page. In the announcements, you'll see that our air warfare is closed. And you should put your pictures up in the reveal album. So what I wanted to do was go over to... where did we go up to our file section here. I'm so behind. So time for a little bit something different. This is our the file to show you what group builds there are going on this year and what's happening. So we're going to whiz down to the bottom. Obviously that's our calendar there. Whiz down to the bottom to our current build. Sorry, the computer is a little bit slow this morning. I obviously have not given it enough coffee, of which I've run out. So there we go. So the 3rd of October, I was right, until the 12th of December. Like I say, it's our Sea Warfare group build. And as I said to you earlier, it's really easy, any subject matter or era in any scale. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. And remember that the model you're building is your model. And the reason you share your work is to inspire others. So hopefully this inspires you to be inspired. So there you go. So we've got that up and running. I'm going to be doing a 1/44th Corvette from Rafael. Looking forward to doing it, actually. I've got the 1/72. I've actually got 2 of those. Anyway, I started building that a long time ago. I mean, like 5 years or so ago. Had a great idea for a diorama, but got involved in other things and it sort of fell back. But we're going to do this, the 1/44th scale one, and then hopefully that's going to inspire me to go back to the diorama idea that I had. Anyway, we'll tell you more about that another time. Not a problem. Anyway, so what we'll do is we'll go over to the media section. And this actually shows you, so if we go back to this to our main page, this actually shows you, if you're not quite sure where to find your albums, etc., and where the reveal album is, we're going to go right there. So over to the media section. When you post up your pictures, you can create your own album here. And literally just pop in whatever you want. So that's cool. So we'll just go down, and this is the reveal album for the air warfare that's there. So at the moment, so we will go through that now. Actually, I wasn't going to, but I will do. I'll go through it now. Let's see what's in there, shall we? So we've got our first one would be Steve Spencer Bainey with his Edward 148 F6F-8 late Hellcat. I think he did a lovely job with this, I've got to be honest. He wasn't very happy with it. He made a few errors, but I think it looks lovely. So well done, Steve. This is my Tamiya 148 F4F-4 Wildcat. Lovely kit. Really liked building it. Did some different effects. Sorry while I scratch my nose. Did some different effects with it to get this chip in. I primed it in an aluminium color and then used what did I use? I used Maskell. That's it. I used a bit of Humbrol Maskell, dabbed a little bit in here and there, and then put the second layer on, which was the undercoat color, which was used on the aircraft, and then the top coat once applying a little bit more Maskell. Then once you've done all that, you just rub the Maskell off and gives you the effect that's there, which I think you'll agree come out okay. It's a really good technique to use, so give it a go if you are in that position. This is a paper model, 1/50th scale of a paper Hurricane. Me and Malcolm did a challenge to build a paper model, and that was my effort. First attempt, not great as you can see, but yeah, it was an interesting thing to do. You should always look at doing something different. And these are my 148 Dauntlesses from Accurate Miniatures that we did. Done the pair, and yes, I thoroughly enjoyed that kit. I've got one more to make, but I think I may be adding a couple more to the stash, so they come out quite well as well. Then we've got Steph. Steph has done a Hasegawa Mitsubishi Raiden J2 M5. Very nice build. I like that. And he's done a little runway, look. These are the first time I'm looking at these pictures. So, and what Steph's done here is he's used a collage approach to his pictures, which allows you to show a lot more of your model. Well worth adding that little extra effort in if you can, because as you can see, you are seriously looking right over the model. I love the chipping effect he did there. Very nice. I like the runway actually. That's a pretty cool idea. Literally, I have not seen this before, so this is all new to me. But yeah, cracking job. I like that. Well done, Steph. This is Eric. And this, I believe, would be a P47. Not sure what kit it is. I can't remember. But yeah, cracking job on that as well. Well done. Some nice staining there. Heavy staining. Nice, Eric. I like that. Well done. Johnny Burton's got his Lancaster that he built. And he's done a collage effect as well to get a little bit more of the model shown. Tell me that's a Lancaster. Do you know what? I've got a sneaky feeling I've just made a boo-boo. Why doesn't it look like a Lancaster? Is it Halifax? Oh, Johnny. I'm sure it's Lancaster. Yeah, I'm going to go with Lancaster anyway. But there you go. That's all that's in the album at the moment. That's a bit disappointing. There was a lot more people who put in for the build. So hopefully that's going to plump up a little bit. Just be aware that obviously we're going to have to make a decision as to who won that group build at the moment. So, you know, get your builds in, guys. So, yeah. So we'll stop sharing for the moment. We'll come back to that in a little bit because there's another album I want to have a look in there. Let's have a look at the chat, see where we're up to. We got Twisted Rail Hobbies saying hi all. Morning, Eric. Is it Eric? I think it's Eric. And Ross just putting me right. It's a Halifax, James. Oh, you know, as soon as I said Lancaster, I thought to myself, no, that's wrong. I know it's not Lancaster because Johnny was telling me he was going to do, because he does like his Lancasters. He was going to do something different. So, yes, it's a Halifax. That explains that. Thank you, Ross, for putting me right. He's also said there, my 172nd Corvette Snowbury has taken me 2 years so far to build. Yes. To be honest with you, it's a big old kit. I mean, it's an old moulding, unless you've got the newer one with all the PE and all that bits and pieces. Oh, yeah, come back to that in a minute. Sorry, someone's just messaged me. Yes, it's a great kit for what it ship as well. But yeah, I'll be honest. All I got to with mine, Ross, was I'd done the hull, and my idea was to do a diorama with a sinking U-boat. It's a long story. Didn't have all the parts. I picked up a stash from somebody. I had a long conversation. Ended up with effectively two kits, but one didn't have the hull. So I started by scratch building the hull, and then gave that up because my abilities wasn't up to it. But anyway, we'll come back to that at some point, I'm sure, because I do want to do the diorama and I do want to do the 172nd Corvette, because it is a beautiful boat without a doubt. So 11 people watching. Tell me what you're up to this morning, what you hope to get up on the bench, and what you what you're up to right now and what you'll be doing later. That'd be cool. We'll come back to the chat and see what you're all up to in a moment. As I said to you, obviously we've talked about the reveals for the air warfare. We've talked about our next group build, which is the sea warfare. But I put a post up on the mess Thursday, I think it was, with an idea. Obviously, I was in shielding for 3 months, which was a bit of a bind. Modeling kept me going in many ways, as well as many other projects. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a little bit stressed and worried about the fact that we might have to go back into another shielding position. Christmas is obviously going to be a bit different this year as well, because there is the likelihood that we'll be limited in what we can and can't do, potentially, and family Christmases won't be quite the same. So with that in mind, I thought to myself, do you know what? Why don't we do a Christmas build? Now, the idea is that on Boxing Day, the 26th of December, some of you will not be doing your usual family trips, etc., etc. So maybe, just maybe, it might be a good idea to do a build of some description. Now, there's a couple of provisos to it. As always, you can imagine, I do try to find a little way of incorporating as many people as we can and make it a bit more fun. 2 years ago, we did what was called a family day, a family build, which was okay. Not a lot of people got involved, but those that did got their whole family involved. So, for example, we had one one of our members who had himself building, his wife building, his daughter and his son building all around the table. So I thought, as it's Christmas, maybe that'd be a good idea. Maybe we can do a few of these sort of live sessions to catch up what everybody's doing. But you can sit around a coffee table in your front room watching telly and building models or whatever. Something a little bit different for Christmas. So I wanted to give people a bit of a heads up, obviously, because, if you've got young children or even adult children who may be able to or willing to get involved, it gives you a little bit of time to get hold of a couple of kits. At the moment, there's no theme. There's nothing involved in that respect. I would ask you, if you're interested, to head over to the Facebook page and to just put in the comments that you might like to get involved, and if you have any thoughts of themes, that would be cool too. But it's something I think we're going to do. So it would run literally. It'll be a 72-hour build, which is a little unusual. 72 hours, if I did that correctly. Yes, 72-hour build. So over 3 days, starting on Boxing Day, and it will end 3 days later. So on the 29th, end of the 29th. Again, don't have to finish the build per se. It'd just be nice to get you involved. So hopefully we're going to have maybe some occasions where we've got whole families sat around doing some models. Or if you're like myself, my family will obviously be celebrating because they're all grown up and moved out. They'll be celebrating their birthdays, their Christmases in their own homes. And my dear wife will be working. So I'm going to be all at home alone with some plastic, which should be lovely. So if you can get involved and join in with that, that'd be wonderful. I'll keep you posted as to exactly what the theme will be when we get to that point. Talking of themes and builds, the other thing, of course, is we're coming to that point where we're going to have to start thinking about and deciding what we're going to do next year. So in the coming week or so, I'll be putting a post up to ask your opinion. What do you want to do next year as a group build? I quite like the fact we only had 5 builds this year. It didn't put a lot of pressure on everybody. And we'll maybe go down the same idea. One sort of idea that will last the whole year. So you can start a little bit, do something else, come back to it, etc. Or it's just a long process build that you want to do. So I'm going to put up a poll, and I ask you, please get involved with the poll, put your ideas in, and support the channel, the YouTube channel, and also the Facebook group by doing so. But then at least we can organize stuff in which you're going to like to do. So there you go. So that's what's coming up. Obviously, the other thing in which we announced about 6 months ago now, I think, is the Model of the Year competition. Now, the idea with that was everybody that got involved in a group build, their models would go into it. Everybody that put up in the monthly post what models you'd finished would be put into that. But we're going to open it up as well for any other entries. So there is a Model of the Year competition at the Model Officers Mess. And this year, we're very lucky. I haven't got it with me right now, but there are pictures up on the mess. And will be an album coming up really soon as well. There is a physical trophy to be won. We've also got, within that, we've also got an admins award as well. So there are two prizes to win. So the admin award is literally the admins will be looking through the pictures. We know the members that have been with us for some time, and we have an idea of who has shown some progress in their builds. So there's lots of little different criteria in which myself and the admins will be going through to pick out a winner there. Because I want to encourage you guys to show your work, get involved in group builds, but also competitions are a bit of a funny thing because we know model competitions generally people are it's fixed, blah, but it's not. It really isn't. Our admins every month will go through the pictures that are posted up in the Best Build Tuesday, I think it is, or monthly Tuesday build or whatever. I can't remember quite what I use phrasing, but they go through it every month, and every month it gets harder. And the only time I get involved in vote is if there is a draw. So the admins are the ones that make that choice. And you know, they all need their own award because they all work for nothing, monitoring the page and putting the stuff in that they do. So thank you to all of you. You know who you are. So yeah, so that's obviously going to go up. So this year, for me, I wanted this year to be the best year ever. So we've been giving prizes away for the group builds. We've got one for the end of the year. There'll be, hopefully, I'm hoping to do what we did last year, and we're going to do the models for heroes. We did a calendar of your work were the pictures, and we made a calendar, and any profit from that went over to Models for Heroes. We also sold some merchandising, which was a mug, which we're going to do again this year as well. At the end of this year for next year, if you know what I mean. We raised, I think, about £100 or something like that last time, so I'd like to beat that if we can. If you've got any ideas as to maybe badges or stuff like that, let me know, and we're going to give that a go. Now that gives me a nice little segue, actually, unintentionally so, to Models for Heroes. Now, Models for Heroes have got a charity auction on the 30th of October, starting at 7 p.m, and that is over on the ISM YouTube channel. Paul over at ISM every year has done a charity auction for Models for Heroes, and what they do is they basically get hold of a load of kits and bits and pieces that have been donated, and they put up for auction. So why would you want to get involved in that? Well, let me tell you, one thing that I do know is in amongst the mix is there is I think it's a 1-200, something like that, US Missouri, and you may be able to pick yourself up a bit of a bargain, a cracking kit, but definitely going to be some bargains as well. So please make sure you dig deep in that auction, support the guys, and support Models for Heroes. I would be very grateful. We also have been in talks for quite a long time now about doing some sort of group build or event for Models for Heroes. Myself, Fester, who's on after me, and the Saturday Night Creche that we do, Carl, Steve and Lewis and Nat get involved in. We've been talking about doing something, so hopefully next year, I think probably next year is going to be the time, we'll do something. So yeah, watch this space, lots going on as always. So let's head over to the chat, just catch up, make sure I've not missed anybody. We got Steve saying good morning all from Totally Scale Models. Morning Steve, hope you're all right. And that's it. A little bit of chatting between yourselves, but I don't need to go through that. You can see the chat, so good to see you. There is 16 people watching, so we've had a few more join us, so that's great. Yes, so as always, loads going on. What about what's on your bench? I did say pop in the chat what's on your bench, what you hope to be getting to today. And Matt has put on there that on his bench is a P38 Lightning 148 scale. Nice. Is that a Tamiya kit or a different kit, Ross? Cool. I actually haven't got anything on the bench as such. I mean, I've got this diorama, I pulled it out because obviously we're doing this, but I've got nothing planned model-wise for myself. So got a bit of admin stuff to do. And I might get a 3D printer going later on today. So anyway, I wanted to head back over to the mess because what I wanted to do, let's go into here. There we go. So back over into the Facebook page. You don't need to see that. We'll sort that out later. Julian, I haven't forgotten. Don't worry. Yes. So one little tip if you can't find a posting which you want, or you've seen or think you've seen, and you remember who posted it, what you can do is go into the little magnifying glass there, type in a name of the person posting, return, and it will give you a list of all of your posts that you've made of that particular person. So while we're here, I might as well just say there is the post talking about the 72-hour build. 11 people have made some comments and bits and pieces. So I'm not going to go through that now because I have talked about it. Head over to that, put your comments in, and get yourself involved. Please, that'd be lovely. And there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Best Build Tuesday. So at the end of the last Tuesday of every month, I put a post up, and this is said post. And the idea is you show the work in which you finished this month, and the admins make a choice of their favorites, and we use them up in our header. So Joe Middleton there was one of the choices. However, this month I've done something a little bit different. So there is 18 people watching, and what I'd like you to do is pay attention because there will be questions. What I'd like to do is I'm going to go through the builds this month, and I want you to make a choice of your favorite this month. So the admins haven't made as many choices as they normally would. I normally ask them to make 2 choices every month, and this month I've asked them to make 1. So I know the results of those, but I want you guys to choose your favorite. So let's go through them. This is Johnny Burton, one of our admins. It's not quite finished. It's not quite finished any builds this month yet. Almost there with the Halifax though. So at this time, 4 days ago, he was rushing to finish his air warfare build, which is this Halifax, not a Lancaster, James, Halifax. Beautiful. He does like his English aircraft, and he does make them look superb. Although he did the B-17 last time, didn't he? So very nice. Thanks for that, Johnny. Next one is Gavin Painter. Gavin Painter's got the Blood Angel Space Marine with a melter gun. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Thank you, Gavin. So Luke Carswell has put up his post. And I think he forgot to put his picture in. So let's read the thing he's put there. So love this build. Something totally different for me. This is a Games Workshop. This gets me again. I'll come back to that. What it's called. I can hear you all shouting at me what it is. It's a what if Luftwaffe scheme for the hashtag BOB group build on the models for heroes, modelers best. And it's a Valkyrie. Yeah, I remembered. There we go. Beautiful build. Very, very nice. Something very, very different. Scratch build, obviously, your trees and the base. And there are plenty of pictures of those knocking around. And it's a cracking job, Luke. Another one whacked out of the park. So going off the guy. I don't mean it. Brad, he's put in there, really enjoyed this Archer from Tamiya. This is a 135th Archer. And yes, I like that that exhaust there. That's very nice. Yes. Well done. Well done, Brad. We've then got Andy. Andy has built his T. Oh, what is that? I know it's Russian. I know it's T something, but I can't think what it's. T-35? No. I'm not sure what it is. Done a good job, though. It looks very nice. Yeah, when you post up your pictures, just out of a matter of interest, especially on this occasion where you're posting your finished work, pop in the make of the model and scale for no other reason, but it just helps. It just helps me understand exactly what it is. And doesn't make my knowledge of models look really poor. Also stops people asking the same question over and over again. But it's not It's not. I'm not gonna jump up and down on anybody for it, so don't worry too much. But it'd be great if you did. This is Mark's finished build for the month, Mark Ewing, and this is the 135th Willis Jeep, but I don't know who it's by, and I can't think. It's not the one I thought it was, actually. But yeah, it's a cracking job. Who doesn't love a Willis Jeep? Lovely. Well done, Mark. Stuart Bremer. This is his 172nd Hobby 2000 A4M Skyhawk. Very nice. Very nice. I like the differences in colour because obviously it's just a one colour airplane like most modern things now. But you've got some variations in there. Lovely. Really, really nice job, that, Stuart. I like that. And 172nd as well. It looks bigger than 172nd. That's always a good thing, isn't it? James Carr's got his Ford F150 Raptor. Nice little job on there. Well done, James. And we've got Graham there. Said he couldn't choose between my Buccaneer or my Vixen. Both stationed at, both stationed on HMS Eagle and both in matching colours. Very nice. Yeah, I got to be honest. If it was me, I think I would go for the Vixen. If I'm honest. Both lovely planes. Very nice. Thank you very much for sharing that with us, Graham. Got Joel Middleton. He's completed his HMS Grey Goose in 1/700th scale. Look at that. Wow. Don't know who that's by, but I can hear Malcolm as I'm talking in the background. So I know what one. Look at that. Look at the size of that. That's crazy. Lovely job. Like the base as well. Base looks absolutely lovely. Wonderful job. Well done, Joel. How do we get out of that one? Oh, that's it. We got Polio. This is his finished in the beginning of September, so well done. This is his CK10 USAF 830079. This is the second battle wing, is that? 32nd air refueling 32nd Air Refueling Squadron, Barkingside in Louisiana. Nice. Nice finish on that, Paulio. Nice. Thank you for sharing. Oh, would you look at it? He's done it again. Mr. Kessler. He does get a good shine on his cars. But that he made was the Ferrari 512S. Looks lovely. Hey, put some more pictures of that on as a work in progress thing. That'd be lovely. Oh, look at that. Chris has put up his probably my scratch 1/350th Stefan. I'm guessing that's a World War I boat of some description, maybe. But yeah, look at that. That's nice. Full scratch build. Wow. That is phenomenal. Like that, Chris. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Thomas, he's got his Hobby Boss 172nd F22 Raptor. Nice. Very nice. Thank you, Thomas. 172nd. Not my favourite scale, to be honest. Thomas has got his Meng 135th British Army Husky TSV. That looks nice, doesn't it? I like that. nicely displayed as well. Is that what I really like to know, Thomas, was whether that is a base or whether that is a gravelled area. So is that a diorama base or not? I suspect not, but yeah, it's nice. I do like some of the funky armour. So then also he's got his 135th M151AT, obviously a Willis Jeep, in a box. 135th, that's quite big, isn't it? I bet. Nice. I like that. So let us, I'm just going over to the stream here because I see what's going on. And I'll do the comments in a minute. But I'd like to just whisk through, if I can, those pictures again. So here we go. It's 11:45 on Sunday the 27th. 17 people watching, and now is your chance to make your vote of what you think is the best build of the month. So I'll run through it again quickly. This is Halifax by Johnny Burton. You've got Gavin's, there you go, come on, Gavin's Blood Angel Space Marine. You got Luke's Valkyrie of What If. You got Brad's Archer. You got Andy's Russian tank. I think it is a T-35, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. We got Mark's, it's a Tacom 135th Armoured Jeep. We got Stuart's Skyhawk. We got James's Ford Raptor. We got Graham's twins, all from another mother. The Vixen, Sea Vixen and Buccaneer. We got Joe's HMS Grey Goose in 1/700th. We got Paulio's air fueling plane, KC-10. Mr. Kessler and his Ferrari. You got Chris with his scratch-built boat, ship, dinghy. We got Thomas with his Raptor. Got Thomas as well with his Husky. I like the netting on the front there as well. That's pretty cool. And we've got Thomas with his Jeep in a box. Okay, so it's just coming up to 11:48. You've got a couple of minutes to pop your choices into the chat, please. And then you can have your choice as to what should be up on our banner. Nice segue. While you're doing that, while you're popping into the chat, the 20 people now watching, I'm going to go through the chat to see who else has joined us in the meantime. So obviously, as I said, Steve's there with his Mankini, apparently, Lewis says. Stuart Bremer saying he's carrying on with the camo work on his Kitty Hawk Cougar. This is what people have got on the bench this morning. We've got Steph cracking on with his SPAD 13 build video. Yeah, if you haven't seen that, head over to, or subscribe, head over to the Budget Modeler, subscribe, thumbs up obviously on the videos, etc., and watch his build. He's also got lots of tips on the channel about how to save a bit of money in the model making, in your model making. So yeah, pop over by all means. Steve's got a 1-to-1 shed on his bench. Or is it bench in the shed? Steve's doing a bit of refurbing in the shed in his man cave. And it's coming along very well as well. So I hope you haven't got too much of a hangover from your birthday yesterday, Steve. Ross said it's a Rafael 1964 mold kit. What was that for? Yes, that was the P38 that's on your bench. Yes, I remember. See, you can't catch me out. I was a professional in it. Ralph's joined us. So morning, Ralph. He says on the bench today is a Hobby Boss Hellcat Mark II. Great kit, very cheap. Yes, it is a nice kit, definitely. Button Mouse, good morning. She's got. They said that there's nothing on the bench today. We'll be knitting machines most of the day. We'll be painting a minion to tide me over till the 3rd. Yeah, it's getting involved with sea warfare. That's brilliant. Yes. And Thomas has just reminded me how to say that word. I really can't stand saying Valkyrie, Jane. Valkyrie. It's not hard. Valkyrie. See? Done it. Thanks, Thomas. Quanaman just confirming that it is a tank. Thanks, Quanaman. And Mark just confirming that it is the TACOM 135th Armoured Jeep. Lewis just saying there it's a 1/200th Bismarck. What's a 1/200th Bismarck? What have I missed? And we've got a Facebook user saying, hello. Hello, Facebook user. I'm not sure who that is. Let me double check. Being the ultimate professional I am, I've got the ability to do so, although it should be open already and following it, but I'm not. That would be Thomas Aridono. Yeah, I've mullered that. I'm really, really sorry. But it's Thomas. It's a second Thomas. Always good to have two Thomases in the room. So there you go. Okay, so I'm going to give you just one more minute to go through the builds to make your choice. What I will do is I will head over back to the Facebook page and go through it just one more time really quickly for you as to what the choices are. I'm not going to highlight them. I'm just going to read as we go along, okay? So bear with me. For those of you watching on the phone, I do apologise. So, yes, we've got Johnny with his Halifax. We've got Gav with his Blood Angel. Luke with his Valkyrie. Brad with his Archer. Andy with his, I'm sure it's a T35. I'm going with T35. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It just shows that I don't know armour very well. Mark with his Armoured Jeep. Stuart with his Skyhawk. James with his Raptor. Graham with his Buccaneer and his Vixen. Joe with his HMS Grey Goose. Paulio with his KC-10, I think it was. Mr. Cresta with his Ferrari 512. Chris with his scratch built 1350th Saffron. Thomas with his Raptor. Also with his Husky. And also with his Jeep in the box. So there you go. That's everybody. Right. Thomas said I said it right. You've been the first name that I haven't mullered in a long time. But hey, thank you, Thomas. Thanks for clarifying that. Okie dokie. So where are we? Let's go up here. Right. So Right, I'm going to have to... So organised today. So I'm just going to... Bear with me while I write this down. What I should have done is I should have thought of this and got Nat or Lewis to tot up our winner. Stuart Joel. So we got Dave saying there, meanwhile on the bench, I'm working on a base for my Tommy's War Christmas Truce pair figures. Nice. And Lewis just reminded me that it's the 1/200th Bismarck that's on his bench, James. Idiot. You idiot. Yeah, sorry. My mind had gone off on a different tangent. Mark's just saying he's got his 135th Markev tank on the bench and just working out the right colours for it. Cool. And Thomas saying that he's a better looking Thomas. No two Thomases look alike. Quite a man being very helpful and saying, I voted for the one over there. Thanks. And Thomas just clarifying that he's not on the market, and that he's aimed at Thomas Charles. So yeah, I'm going to give it one more minute. If you've got some choices for your best build, please pop it in the chat right now. 20 people are watching, and I've got 7 people voted so far. So come on, guys. Pop in there what you think's the best one. So it's just coming up to 12 o'clock. We are meant to be on till 12:30. I'm not sure we'll be on as that long, but we might be. Because what I'm going to do after this vote is I'm going to run over, change cameras, and we'll talk about the diorama that we've been playing with. 19 people watching. Remember as well on the YouTube, please take the time to give a thumbs up or thumbs down. Any reaction is fine. But I'd like you to do that for me. That'd be great, because that helps us in our in where we are on YouTube and stuff. Lewis just saying, do you want me to tot up? No, it's all right, Lewis. I've done it. I wasn't organised enough to think that far. We're joined by Southwest Modeler. Hiya, how you doing, mate? Haven't seen you for a while. I hope you're well. I hope family's well. And he's obviously making his vote there for Luke's Warhammer Valkyrie. See, it's not that hard, is it? But I must saying the boat ship Navy folk don't at me. Built by Chris is for Button Mouse. So yeah, thank you, Button Mouse. Right, let's change the. You've had enough of looking at my ugly mug, I'm sure, for now. I would go to the bench, but unfortunately, for some strange reason, my camera's not working, so we won't be doing that, I'm afraid. Rat bags. Anyway, I will show you where we got to. So as you can see, I've gone around and done a border around our diorama, and hopefully you can see that way like that. You can see the ripple effect on the water now that we managed to do last week with our structural foam, structural gel. Sorry. Yeah, that's not going to work. So we won't do that, unfortunately. I obviously not plugged it up properly when I was moving stuff around. So what I'm going to do next, this area here, where we had a bubble effect. Remember when we poured the resin, we had an issue with it, i.e. it leaked, so it created bubbles. We're going to hide that, but we're going to use it because obviously it looks like the engine's turning over. So how are we going to do that? What we're going to do is we're going to use some of this heavy structural gel from Galleria. And then what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of that out and put it into a little separate dish. And then we'll add a little bit of deck tan, mix it up. And then what we're going to do is we'll go over the bubble effect to make the churning effect, the white effect you get on water when you've got a boat running through it. We're going to go over the bubbles with that. The paint and the fact they're using structural gel will hide the bubbles, so we'll get around it. But it'll also help enhance the effect we got that we didn't mean to get. So I'll do that. I'll pop some pictures up in the mess. I'm really annoyed about the camera. I didn't check that. How silly of me. But yes, so I'll do that and I'll pop some pictures up, stage by stage pictures up in the mess for you so you can see that. I won't leave it till next week because I want to get this done. So there you go. So let's have a quick look at the chat. Oh, another one there from Ross. Right, okay. So it's 12 o'clock, and I will close the voting now. So thank you for taking the time and trouble to vote. I can confirm that Chris is the winner from your choice. Is your choice is winner, and he will be going up on the Facebook page header as one of the choices. I think you'll find the admins were very impressed with that as well. It was very difficult this month, actually. I know that a couple of the guys said it was difficult to make one single choice. So well done, Chris. I will pop that up there and put a post up later on in the mess as well. Ross says he sent a request to the Facebook page. No problem, Ross. I will sort that out in a moment or two. So what else can we do? Because I can't do what I was going to do, which is a real shame. But anyway. Also, the other thing as well, while we're up, hi Colin, I see Colin's just joined us. I'll be finishing relatively soon, having technical issues, Colin. So stoke up your boilers, mate, and get yourself going if you want to. I shall be another 5-10 minutes. No more than that, unfortunately, today. Excuse me. So the other thing which I was going to suggest as well to you guys is that please make sure if there's something in which you'd like me to cover in these hour and a half videos, and it's something I can achieve, then please drop me a message, send me a personal message or whatever through Facebook, and I'll see what I can do. I'm going to I think what I'll probably do in the announcements, I'll put a post up there, your suggestions, and you can add to that however many times you want to. Not the same one. Looking at Thomas when I say that, not that Thomas, the other Thomas. That's the one. Yeah, but, if there's things in which you want me to cover, we'll go through that. So I'm going to pop that up. Something that's just popped into my head. I'm going to do that because obviously doing this, I'm not quite sure what everybody would be interested in or not. So, and it is a bench update, and a Facebook page update. The actual Snowberry, when I build that, what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to video that and put that up at some point. Now, what I might do is I might take the interesting bits out of it when I video it and use that within this hour and a half rather than do a build series video. Unless you want to see that sort of thing, which I may be tempted to do. Your choice. Let me know. Colin's just saying that. Oh, sorry to hear that, mate. No rush, buddy. No, I'm not rushing. I just don't want to. I don't want to waffle for no reason. And unfortunately, I got that out to show the next step of the structural gel that I was going to use, but it's not going to work. So, bit of a bummer. Never mind. Oh, Colin's come in with a suggestion of weathering, chipping, etc. Yes. Okay. I shall note that down. Weathering and chipping could be interesting. The chipping, I could certainly do. Show you how to do the effect that I made with the two that I've just finished using the Maskell, or you can use copy decks. It's exactly the same products, just one's coloured and one's not. Thomas Charles just saying, "What me? Yeah, you know it's you. You don't need to ask. It's you. Don't multiple posting because I know you'll do it just to tease me. If we put on the naughty step, there is a naughty step. It's not used. It's very, very dusty." Yeah, Colin. Yeah, I'll look into that. Weathering. I'd like to do something a little different with that. Maybe we'll look at weathering powders. That's a good idea. Yeah. I have a couple of ideas for those. So yes, we'll do that. We certainly can cover a bit of weathering with the ship, although that is a whole new ball game for me. I've not built ships per se before, so I did the King George, but that's going to a new home, and it's going to be completely transformed by its new owner. I'm going to show it, but I'm not going to acknowledge it, Lewis. You're so going to get one for Christmas from me. You know that, right? And I will force you to make it. Thomas Charles just saying there, best biscuits to munch on whilst modelling. Now, I tell you what, actually, that is a segment I probably could do quite happily and repeatedly. I don't mind that one so much. Thanks, Thomas. Colin's just saying mud splatter and that sort of thing. That'd be cool. Yes. Yeah. I think we can certainly work that in with something. Malcolm's just saying that he's going to be building a 1/200 paper Chinook. Nice. I knew he'd get hooked on paper models. If you weren't watching today, the company that I bought my paper models from was a company called Miracle Models, and the lovely chap there sends out a newsletter every month, and within that newsletter, there's a 1/200th paper Chinook. I'll send it to Malcolm. Malcolm likes that sort of thing. Yeah, no worries, Colin. That's fine. He says powder. Sorry, hand's a bit useless at the moment. Yeah, no, it's fine. That's fine. I understood what you meant. Yeah, no, that's good. Yeah, I am somebody that really likes the weathering powders and stuff. So yeah, I can quite happily do that. No problem at all. Right. Okay. Dave's saying I'm looking for ideas on how to create 1/35 barbed wire. Really, actually quite easy. And I do believe this came up recently, actually, and someone shared the way to do it. Basically, if you use some of this and stick a few pins in, and then basically what you do, put a wire across, and then what you do is you do a loop between the pins for your the actual barbed wire sort of things, barbed wire points on the barbed wire. I don't know what you call it. You call them points, the spiky bits, the bits that hurt. And then what you do is where the loop is, you cut the two ends off, which gives you the spiky bits. But I've got a lot better explanation visually than that, because that was really crap. Yeah, I've got an explanation somewhere. I will try. Barbs, thank you, Lewis. I will try and find that and post that up in a mess. If anyone has that to hand and wants to post it up in a mess for the attention of Dave, that would be lovely. They beat me to it, but yes, it's out there. It looks a lot more complicated than it is, Dave. So yes, I can help you with that. Not a problem. Steph's just saying chalk pastels. Yes. The chalk pastels would be the same for me as pigments. I generally will use pigments. Big fan of them, but you can use chalks exactly the same, and they're cheaper. Barbs, or is that Babs? Dave's just saying this, the stabby bits. Yes, they're the ones. And Thomas just saying how to convince your partner that the model you have was won in a competition. The cheapest raffle tickets to stick on the box. Yes, Malcolm does that all the time. Hopefully his wife's not watching. And yes, I think we could probably throw that in with the biscuits, Steve. Fruit pastels. The best sweets to munch on. Actually, do you know what? We've got a couple of minutes. What is your favourite munch at the bench? Oh, I so hope this is going to go well. Come on, guys. 21 of you watching. Tell us what your favourite munch is at the bench while you're modelling. The other Thomas is saying, throw the receipt away and pay with cash. Yeah, no paper trails. Absolutely. It's the best way. The wife doesn't know then. So best bunches from Dave is salt licorice. Wow. I haven't had that for a long time. It's lovely. Steve saying there, chocolate coated peanuts. Ross is saying Maynard's sports mix and Jaffa cakes. What are Maynard's sports mix? I don't think I've ever had them. Oh, now I've seen. Now I can see the level of you guys this morning. You're obviously all waiting for your brunch. I haven't had nothing to eat yet either, so I know the feeling. But I'm saying paprika chips at the moment, or Mentos chewy mints. I think you probably need them after a paprika crisp, in fairness. But yes, I know that Carl is into his Terry Orange 12s at the moment. The other Thomas is saying, just the devil's lettuce for me. Southwest Modeler is saying M&M's. Now, question with M&M's. Do you have to pick out certain colours first? Or do you just go... Rah, rah, rah. There we go. I found everyone's level. Come on, what more munches are there? For me personally, I think anything that's food is more than capable of being on my bench. Yeah. Steve's just saying they're Cadbury's, James. Okay. Fine. Colin's just saying chocolate hobnobs. Yeah, see, the problem with biscuits is they leave too many crumbs. And you get them in your model. And I get them in my beard. Southwest is just saying, just throw them down. Absolutely. Yeah. You only have to start worrying about what colour M&M's are when you're a special guest somewhere. Just the blue ones. It's always just the blue ones. And you can buy them as just one colour. Which it's not M&M's really, is it? Anyway, 12:13. I'm going to finish. I'm going to wrap up now, basically. 20 of you watching, thank you so much for being with me and listening to my utter waffle. I'm very grateful that you've taken the time to be with me. Straight after me is Colin and Dave in the Festus Workshop for their Sunday brunch. And then you've got a myriad of other people on today, of which I've completely forgotten to have ready to hand to read out. So tune in to Colin. Call it Colin. He's always on top of everything. So he'll be able to tell you exactly who's doing what, when, and how today. Today's obviously the busy day. Sunday is jammed packed. It's all about model making. So as I said, I've mentioned next group build. Please get involved to Sea Warfare. Try something a little bit different. From a rubber dinghy to a float plane. Could be anything you like. Really, really is so open. So give it a go. Get involved. Obviously, the other posts in which I will put up is a suggestive, not digestive, suggestive Christmas 3-day build that we're going to do. Yeah, pop some suggestions up because I want to get that firmed up and sorted so that at the 1st of October I can do the file, put it up, and everyone knows what they're doing. And like I say, hopefully what I really like you to do, I mean, like for example, Johnny's got little kids that like to get involved with model making. Lewis has got his children, and Nat does a bit of model making, so maybe all 4 of them can have a little project throughout the 3 days. I just want to get everybody involved, and hopefully you, if your family want to get involved, obviously they can't be with you, you can always do a Skype call and do that, because I think there'll be an awful lot of Skyping going on anyway. So yes, get involved. And as of today, what we've got coming up next is, as I said, you've got Colin. I've got the list. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've been waffling. See, at 3 o'clock, you've got Foxy's Warhammer Sunday. You've got the in-between show, which is not with Mike, is with I've forgotten his name. Lewis. Who's doing in between today? It's not Mike, is it? Is it Dave? I think Dave's doing it. I'm not sure. Lewis will confirm that in a second. Come on, Lewis. That's 6:15 to 7:30. It is Dave. Get in there. Thank you, Steve. See, I was listening last night. Then at 8 o'clock, you've got Chris and Ted together, I think, maybe. That's going on. You've also got Steph. Gary and Steph do a foreign modelers between 2 and 5 as well. So that's in the chat. By all means, go over and do that as well. Get involved with those guys. Monday, unfortunately, just in case you weren't aware, Lewis is not doing his Lancaster on Monday. He's got a nice new job starting on Monday. So best of luck, Lewis. You'll be fine. He's driving different types of lorries now, and yes, he'll be out there playing with his own on Monday, so he won't be able to be doing his live stream. Obviously, you've got loads of other stuff going on a week. I'm not going to waffle anymore. I'll let Colin go through it because that screen's not working well either. I'm having problems. Budget Modeler. Thank you, Lewis. Dave, the Budget Modeler, will be doing the in-between show at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock? 6:15. Yes. Warhammer's at 3. Very quick look at the chat before we go. Malcolm's saying Percy Pigs from M&S. I assume that's something to munch on, but I'm not sure. Midget Gems. I see. Jaffa Cakes. Oh my God, we've gone way off on a run, hasn't he? I've obviously made him hungry. And tonight, Lewis is just saying that Chris is on the Team Inept channel. And Malcolm's still going. Haribos. Any Haribos. Forever. There you go. So anyway, thank you very much for joining me at the Sunday Parade. I will be back next week with a lot more organisation and cameras and equipment that works. And until then, good night.